everyone, welcome to the video. And today we have Arindam Majumdar from Kolkata, and we are discussing about the code community content. Arindam is experienced in working at a showcase team as a CCO and code community content. He also a front end developer and lot of
Yeah,
great stuff that he is doing, exploring open source contribution and a lot of stuff. So it will be fun to connect with Arindam, and it would be great, Arindam, if you just start with a little bit introduction about yourself.
yeah. Thanks for the warm welcome, Ganesh. Like it's my absolute pleasure to be, connect with you guys. So, hey there, everyone. I am Arindam, and basically I'm a front end developer and CCO at Showcase, and I love to create content around my learnings. I love to teach folks, and I love to share what I'm doing and help others and be in a community. And yeah, I'm completely a community guy, you can say. So yeah, that's it.
That, yeah, that's great to listen, short and better. Yeah, like building a community and like helping people, that's a great thing in terms of open source. And as a developer, as most of the people like shy to share their resources and they, like don't like share the resources with other people. They try to hide. And it's a great that you are sharing. A lot of people are sharing and you're doing great work. That's the open source culture that's spreading. That's great to hear. And the first thing that I want to ask, what is Showcase and why developers should connect the Showcase? Tell us about bit that.
Yeah, so Showcase is a developer professional network. Like we all know about LinkedIn, right? But the thing
Yeah,
is, the problem with LinkedIn is bit saturated, in my opinion. Like
yeah,
there are folks from different domains, right? But we are developers. Showcase, the platform Showcase is just for developers, like developers and programmers, like mostly related to the
okay,
tech field, right? So whenever you are creating your profile, so the folks around you are will be mostly from the developer community or the programmer community. So the thing is like folks will be looking for developers in Showcase platform. Like if some company is hiring from the Showcase platform, right? So they will be looking for the or only from the developer. So there is highly chance that you will get that your dream job from that as well. Focused on the developer side, so all the developers like must create a profile on Showcase because it also provides few features, like it also automated you a a resume, so that is like 75% or like ATS optimized. So that's a great, I am always using that as well in my case. So yeah, these are few things that might help you to get your
okay,
first job as well as a beginner. So you can also connect with the communities in Showcase, also share your content on Showcase. I write blogs, right? So I can share
yeah,
my blogs in Showcase as well. So there are few features for Showcase. Like you can, there are also communities in Showcase. So you can join those communities, interact with the folks. So they are very much welcoming. So these are few things. Like it's a complete package.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like a complete developer focused platform that where you can just create a profile, connect with the community, get job, collaborate with the people, pair programming. A lot of fun you can do as a developer if you're looking for a specific developer platform. So highly like recommend to join Showcase. And I'm just simplify everyone just like I joined Showcase last year and I created my profile. Right now I try to active because we have a lot of work to do and a lot of social media platform to manage. But Showcase really great platform. I connect with the JavaScript some of community. People are really helpful. They are share really helpful resources, and also the important thing for a developer to getting a decent job or the dream job that most of the students and people like think about that. So there are a lot of opportunity available on Showcase. You can just go and apply, connect. So it's a fully developer focused platform. I highly recommend to just go and join. I will share all the links in the description. You people can just simply go through it. So the second thing that I want to know from you, Arindam, what is the CCO showcase? Like it's a particular designation or internship, or is there any other stuff? Like tell us about that. What is the CCO?
Yeah, so it's a pretty like interesting question. Like many folks have asked me like what is a CCO is. some folks have like very different opinions about CCO and these things. Like
Okay.
some folks call that it's a student ambassador program or kind of thing, but it's not like that, right? So in the CCO, like I can explain you what I do in CCO in Showcase, right? So basically, what I do is like we collaborate. Like we have a team of 11 to 13 folks. So
Okay.
from all around the world. So what we do is like we collaborate with each other. We host few events. We teach folks about like Showcase and this platform, so its benefits, and we also create content around Showcase. Also do a few things like recently I hosted few blogathons with few communities. If you might have seen in LinkedIn or those things.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I also do these things, and also Showcase sponsors a few events and does a few Twitter spaces, LinkedIn spaces, and also we conduct few hackathons. So these are the things we like do in a like as a CCO. So these are the things.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
Like you're doing a complete community focus and community evangelism, that we can say,
yeah,
to create a content for a community, hosting events,
yeah,
hackathons, blogathons that you mentioned, and like providing benefits to the people of the community. So
yeah.
you're doing that stuff, and it's a CC role. So yeah, that's great to listen. And
And
like I see,
one thing is
uh,
like unlike the other student ambassador programs or those kind of things, like I was able to connect with the like the core team of Showcase, right? I was
okay,
able to like connect with daily connect, like not daily, like we have a chat, we have regularly chatted with our CEO and kind of thing, those favor like who is our development lead, and Tapas sir. So you have mentioned that.
yeah, yeah,
So I got to learn from those amazing folks. Like they have been doing great work for like for a long time, and they are just sharing those things. So it was a great experience for like working with them and learning from them, like how a like a remote work culture, to be honest, like how it works, how to like be accountable. So those things really is like I would say this, the CCO role is not like other student ambassador program or
yeah.
campus evangelist kind of thing, but it's slightly different from those things. It's like a mix of both, you can say.
Okay.
Yep.
So yeah, like that's the different, because that you mentioned ambassador program. Ambassador program most of the focusing on the marketing stuff about the product and platform. But as you mentioned, you work on a content and a blog and a hosting a events, and you're learning from those people what is remote work, how the you meet the core team of the Showcase. So that's a great experience that you can't get in the ambassador program at any startup or company. But the CCO role sounds interesting. So that's great
Yeah.
to listen. Yeah, as you mentioned, like you work with Tapas, and Tapas is also a content head at Showcase, and he is a decade of experiences. I read some of blogs on Free Code Camp, and he's a great person, and he also sharing his knowledge through the YouTube teaching students. So tell us about your working experience with Tapas, like how how the Tapas is help you and just all the content stuff at Showcase.
Yeah. So it's like he's kind of like every folks like want a mentor like him. So he's such a nice
Okay.
guy. Like he has so much knowledge, but he's like okay, he's so down to earth. But like he will explain you like just you're five, right? You don't, after his explanation, you don't need anything. Believe my
Okay.
words. Like he's that's like such a good teacher. He's doing amazing things. Like I would say like it was great experience working with Tapas. So he also like gave me some tips around writing blogs, how I can improve my blogs. So I wrote few blogs during that CCO role, and how to improve those things, and also like how to create engaging content, and like how to like host events, how to organize things, how to like look for sponsors, how to look for those things, and like other stuffs as well. Like also I've been also like following the JavaScript roadmap, right? And so that I was also like fixing some typos on the JavaScript roadmap and doing
Yeah,
those
yeah.
kinds of things. So it also helped me in my technical skills as well. So I interacted with Tapas during if I have any doubt regarding the roadmap, like if I think that point is not clear properly, so I would like point out to that, Tapas, it is not clear, so you can explain that in that way. So he will take my suggestion and he will improve that. So that's why the roadmap is updated like very much, and those things are pretty good working. Recently, Showcase has also launched another for HTML, CSS, and Tailwind. So
Okay.
they are actively working on that those things, roadmaps. For they are already have one for React and JavaScript, and now they have added HTML, CSS, and Tailwind. So basically, the complete front end package they are like providing just for free, like.
Yeah.
So those things I was also learning during my journey, and I was asking questions to Favor, to Tapas sir, and to other CCOs as well. So we collaborated. So that was a pretty amazing journey, and in every step, Tapas sir like helped me. And he's also from West Bengal, so I met him personally
Okay.
in his house. So that was another great experience. So yeah, these are a few things, and we also collaborated and hosted few Twitter spaces during those showcase hackathons, and few
Yeah.
around blog hackathons and those things that we have hosted. So yeah, that was an like amazing experience.
Yeah. Right. That sounds really amazing that you have amazing work and you got a really experience with Tapas. And yeah, like sure, showcase roadmaps are pretty informative and step by step, I believe, because I also go through React Advanced Developer Roadmap or after JavaScript by Tapas, uh, and that's pretty good because like see like a lot of students are looking for roadmap or structured way to learn, but when they see YouTube videos and a lot of people are creating content these days, and someone mentioned you need JavaScript before React. Some people say like you can learn JavaScript along with React. But like creating a complete roadmap for student, and it's completely free of course, and it's available on their platform. So yeah, it's pretty helpful community work. That's the stuff. Again, like you create a content in form of technical writing on Hashnode, and you
Yeah,
recently crossed 10K views on Hashnode. So congratulations to
yeah,
you.
yeah. Thanks a
And
lot.
like the one thing that I want to ask, like when you started with technical writing and how you maintain that consistency, like writing an article, you write, I believe, 2 articles in a week, if I'm not wrong. Yeah.
Yeah.
So how you maintain that consistency and where you find the idea about that?
Yeah, so when I started technical writing, I was not sure about like where I should publish or not. But I watched Kunal's video. So huge
Okay.
shout out to Kunal as well. So he inspired me to write blogs, right? So then back then I was like also just learning Git and GitHub. So I thought, okay, I am learning Git and GitHub, just write my learnings and post that on Hashnode. So I just posted that and shared that on Twitter. So few folks appreciated me, and that like gave me a great motivation. Like when my writing was like appreciated by 3 4 folks, and it was like a great experience. So I thought, okay, let's continue this. So then back then I started writing blogs. Then my frequency was bit, less, I would say. Like I would try to write one article per month.
Okay.
Then recently I have started like started taking blogging more seriously, because I'm seeing that blogging really helping me in my technical journey as well. Suppose I am writing a blog, so I have to do my research work. I have to be 100% sure about the thing I am saying on my blog, because I cannot like provide wrong information on my
Yeah.
blog, right? So those things I have to keep in mind, and I try to explain things in my way, so that folks will understand in a better way. Like if I one thing Tapas also told me, like if I also like write in the bookish way, so folks will not read my blog, because there
Yeah.
are
Yeah.
thousands of books on those topics, right? I am not inventing some topics, so those topics are already there in the internet, and folks can easily access that. So what I do is, like in my blogs, I try to explain things in my way, using some analogy or using some memes or GIFs. So those things will like be in your mind. Like you will not forget those things. You don't have to mug up things. Right. So recently I'm trying to explain few JavaScript concepts. Those are like folks just try to mug up and like do me go, like get confused in the interviews. So I thought that it will be better because uh, those concepts, when I'm writing those concepts, it's also like helping me to improve my knowledge as well. Because when I'm writing, suppose I am writing one article on hoisting, right? So then I have to create few examples to explain those concepts. So when I am creating those concepts, like examples, I have to do my research work, and when while like explaining those concepts, so I am learning that thing twice. So my knowledge is already like bit stronger than the previous one. So it is like blogging is, in my opinion, one of the best thing I have started in my tech journey, because it motivating me to learn new concepts, new technologies, like motivates me to like build projects, share things, and do my research work, to go to any, like, a deep dive to a topic, to understand it that in a larger extent. So yeah, those things really helps me. And recently what I'm trying is like, if anyone wants to like do blogging, so I would recommend one thing is like, don't just go for numbers, right? The thing
Yeah.
is, if you go for numbers, you might lose your quality. I am currently focusing on the like quality of my blogs, like trying to improve every blog as much as I can. So trying to explain things in like more in the layman language, so that you can easily understand. You don't need many like much prerequisites to learn those things. So I am trying to write about those things in a like simple way.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Like the great point that you mentioned is don't go for numbers if you're just starting out. Try to create and share your learnings in form of blogs. Just pick a platform. There are multiple platforms that like Medium, Dev to Hashnode. But if you're a developer, I highly suggest go with the Hashnode because it's highly customizable. You can do a lot of stuff with that, and just don't run behind number because number will be up and down. Would be a sometimes your article will be get a huge number, sometimes not. But don't keep that in mind. Just like to try your sharing your learning with on articles. So it will help you a lot as a developer. And yeah, it's a great to have your personal developer blogs as a developer, because a lot of people you will get an opportunity from your blogs as well. Like if you build some projects, just say you build a full stack applications, whatever the project is, you explain very well, you mention the video, you add the GitHub repository, the modules that you mention, and maybe some people interested in your article, they will reach out to you for any opportunity if they have. So it's help a lot. And yeah, like do you know the Dev2 platform, the practical Dev?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
So
like,
when you started, you directly start with the Hashnode, or you start with the Medium or these platforms?
yeah. So in my beginning, I just knew about Hashnode and Medium. So I started with
Okay.
Hashnode and Medium. So what I used to do back then was like just write on blog on Hashnode, because the UI looks fascinating to me. So I
Yeah.
prefer Hashnode's UI. So I started writing on Hashnode, and I all just copy the markdown file and just paste on Medium and do those stuff. So that's how I started. Then after a few like after connected with few other bloggers, I came across the like dev.to platform, and started posting to dev.to, and got some good like comments. And the community there is pretty supporting, and like they are like very, knowledgeable community, I will say.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the thing, like and this is one key factor of blogging. Like you can republish your blogs on different platforms with an canonical link. So that also helps you, like because you will get like diverse community, right? Because you have one audience on Hashnode, one kind of audience on Hashnode, another kind of audience on Medium, and another kind of audience on Dev.to. And you can
Yeah.
also
Yeah.
write blogs on Showcase, so you can have another kind of like audience on Showcase. So like there are different kinds of audience you are getting, right? So it will eventually help you in your longer run. So folks will know that that guy is writing blogs on those topics. He's writing good things. So folks will eventually remember you, and you might get few chances from that.
Yeah. Same thing. Like, I got my first internship as a community manager at AVL from Dev to Blogs. Just like I share the blogs. That time, Hashnode is very new, and I keep sharing my blogs on Dev 2. And one of article that I shared about the JavaScript concept, and they like some of them reach out to me through the mail. We are looking for a technical writer and community manager. So that's how I got my first internship to working with them. So yeah, like if someone just starting out, just pick any one platform you are comfortable with, not any specific choice. Just stay consistent. Like it will be really helpful.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Like
uh,
in my case, while I was like, I asked my who like reviewed my profile for Showcase CCO role. So I asked her like why you selected me. So she just told me that I have read your blogs and your tweets. So I thought, I knew that you are doing great work. So that your blogs all like speaks for you. So I thought, yeah,
yeah,
then I am
yeah,
writing
yeah.
something good.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah. That like it's completely reflect your personality through the
Yeah.
work that you're doing. It would be a article, it would be an open source contributions, any form of content or any form of contribution that you're doing to the community. It just reflect your work, and people will definitely appreciate that work. Yeah, and yeah, as you mentioned about the Twitter, like most of the people are active on developers active on Twitter, and there are a lot of opportunities available on the Twitter. It's like connecting with the people, networking, community. So tell us about the like Twitter growth, uh, like content, and the most important question is content is for everyone. Like everyone have to create a content on Twitter, or just code is code is enough.
Yeah. So I will like give you two perspectives on that thing. So at first I'm just sharing my journey Twitter. So basically I was that kind of guy who thought like Twitter is just for politicians. Before I watched one Kunal's video,
Yeah, yeah.
where he told that Twitter is not for politicians. You can use take Twitter to grow as a tech guy. So then
Yeah,
I started my Twitter journey, and my first tweet about was about that video only. So I just shared that recently was this video, and I am going to start my tech journey in Twitter with this, right? So with that, I have started my tech journey, and then I got into like 100 days of code. So I started regularly posting on Twitter that day one I'm learning this, day 10 I'm learning this. So eventually I came across few folks, they are also learning those things and sharing on public. So I got connected with them, I had a chat with them, I discussed with them like where are you from learning, what resources you are using, where are you practicing, what are you building, so those stuffs. And then I came across few well-known open source folks like Eddie and Francesco and those folks. So they were like they are sharing tips around open source, and so I was like, okay, so there is a term called open source, right? So I have to explore that thing. So then I started exploring about open source, watch few videos, what is open source, what is GSOC, and those things. So in that way, I started my Twitter journey. But after like December last year, I thought that okay, so I have got few knowledge that I can also share. Till then, I was just sharing that what I am learning, right? That day one I am learning this, those kind of things. Okay, so and after December, I thought that okay, it's time to like share my learnings on socials, and so I started my sharing my learnings. Like back then I was just only learning about HTML CSS, so I just used to share some HTML tips and some CSS tips on some CSS animation things and those kind of like fancy things. So it gave me quite joy. Like few folks like told me that, hey, you are sharing some cool tips. I didn't know about those things. Some like HTML semantics and those kind of things. So back till January and February, I would say, yeah, I started posting HTML CSS content, and still after that, I started being more consistent on Twitter. So I started scheduling tweets and writing, like focusing more on the Twitter side, and I tried to maintain one like consistency, like posting every day, interacting with other folks, and sharing knowledge, improve my content, and trying to provide more value as I can. So those things really helped me, and few folks noticed me, supported me for a long, interacted with me, and in that way I started growing, I would say, like few followers, and hosted few Twitter spaces, connected with some awesome folks on Twitter. They shared like great value. So I was like bit fortunate, I would say, to get connected with those amazing folks in such like short time. So yeah, Twitter basically helped me in my journey a lot. I'm really grateful to Twitter, like for everything.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
that's interesting. And yeah, like Tech Twitter is amazing. I personally connect with Tech Twitter from last 2 years. Recently, I completed 2 years on Twitter, and Tech Twitter community is really open to the people. They really helpful, and yeah, like everyone who is just starting with a development part or the development journey, like we highly recommend to use Twitter and just be active on it. There are a lot of opportunities there, and a lot of community work that you can do as a student that will uh, definitely increase your experiences and definitely bring some good values to your developer journey. So
Yeah.
yeah, uh, yeah, that's a great stuff. And like you are also front end developer, and like a lot of people these days, like there are very limited opportunities for the people who are just looking for a job, and Showcase is providing some good opportunities, I believe. So like just like assume that I'm a front end developer, I have React first knowledge, and I want to looking for a job. So what are the steps that you will give me to get job? What are the steps that I follow? I reach out through LinkedIn to the founder, or through Twitter that I search, or any where should I start as a job searching?
Yeah, so like as few folks have like just said that that this is the age of content, right?
Hmm.
So I would like recommend that you should share your like learnings or knowledge on public, like whether it is on
Okay.
Twitter or LinkedIn or YouTube. You are doing great work on YouTube. You are sharing your learnings, and those things. You can keep going those things, and also like make a good profile. Like I would say, like there are various platforms you can apply for remote jobs, so you can check those platforms, and you can also make your Showcase profile like optimized so that you will be ranked upper wise, so those things you can do. And you can also like always try to connect with those your like folks in your domain, right? You are a front end developer, so try to get connected with the folks those are like front end developer, or like some you can also connect with those like CEOs, right, of a few
Yeah,
companies, startups. So they are like willing to accept like developers. So it might help you because and a good profile always helps you, right? If you are sharing good things, and if you are like building in public, right? uh, Suppose you have a great knowledge on React and Next, right? So what you can do is like you make a full stack app using React and Stack, right? And share that on public, that this is my first version, and here is the code, this is the GitHub link, you can check this out and suggest me what I can improve. So folks will just check that, and they will understand that okay, you are doing these things, right? So they will get inspired. Also, they will give you some suggestion. You can improve your project, and folks will know that okay, so this guy is building these things. So this guy has a knowledge of Stack, right? So
Yeah,
because your code will speak for you, you don't have to flex everyone that I know Marn Stack, but because everyone will know that okay, this guy knows Marn Stack because I have seen few projects he's building, and you can share that today I'm working on the, suppose you are working on the auth, right? So you can share that today I'm working on the auth using Superbase or AppWrite. So you can share that. Next day you say that I am working on the database using Mongo. The next day you are working on the API side. So it will be like it, you will be accountable, and folks will notice you automatically that okay, this guy is building some cool project. But you have your project also will be improved, and you can also build some kind of startup from that, because I have seen
yeah,
few folks that just
yeah,
build a startup from a just small open source project.
yeah.
So
Like
those are great opportunities for you.
I've seen a lot of people. They start with a small project on GitHub. They just posted on a GitHub. Then most of people interested in that particular repository, they join, they contributed, and it turns into the great idea. And then they just grow up step by step. And right now they
Yeah,
are just building and scaling that particular product. So yeah, that's great learning for everyone. Just like just learn code, not to get job. Just build something your own. Just build your own project. Some build that the problem that you're facing, that try to solve that problem through the code. That's the great way that you can positively learn code, because a lot of people, most of the people quit because they don't find some positivity or some inspiration to just stay active with their code journey. But if you build some projects through your learning, you will stay motivated, and
yeah,
definitely you will get job or product, whatever that you want to do. And the last
yeah,
question that we have,
yeah.
maintaining, like, this question I ask to everyone, like how you maintain your health as a developer. Like a lot of people struggle to do that. Like share some your tips on that.
Yeah, I basically try to like don't overcommit things, and like yeah, I also have a to-do list, and I try to complete as much as I can. But yeah, some days I cannot like just complete 20% of the to-do list, and some days I can complete like 80%. But I don't try to take much stress on like to complete that. I have to complete that, otherwise I will die. Those things I don't take, because it's like
Yeah,
it's a marathon, right? So if I try to like it, if it is like 100-meter race, then I can take that stress, right? Because in the long term I cannot sustain those 50 hours a week right now. So I try to balance those things. Sometimes I went out with my friends and have a chill out session, and watch a few movies or few games. So those things I try to balance those things. And also it's I try to like balance college as well. So yeah, I'm trying to manage time with those things. And yeah, it's okay, like sometimes you will not be able to manage those things. You have to compromise some things to manage your health. Like health is
yeah,
always
yeah,
you should prioritize your health as well.
yeah. That's the important aspect, because if you don't be healthy, like, then doesn't matter, doesn't work, and whatever you do, like, it doesn't feel something, you achieve something until you don't have to celebrate.
Yeah,
Yeah, like that's the great learning. Keep your to-do list short and don't be over accomplishment person. Just like, if I don't do this, just I'm not completing this to-do list, then I will finish.
yeah,
Don't have that kind of attitude. Just keep it short and align with your schedule, so you can definitely complete the to-do. So yeah,
yeah.
that's a great learning for us, and thanks for joining us, Arindam. Really appreciated that the time that you're sharing with us.
Thanks a lot for inviting me. It was like great experience, like sharing my journey and my learnings with
Yeah,
you. And I really appreciate the work you are doing in public. Like you are sharing your knowledge on YouTube, and also I have read your blogs. Those are like really amazing. So
thank
keep
you.
doing that work, man. I'm also
Yeah,
doing
yeah,
those work and trying to improve myself.
yeah,
Right?
yeah, sure.